Hey everyone, my name is Maya and I am the Allergic Chick. Welcome to my channel all about living with severe food allergies. If you're new around here, I post brand new videos every Wednesday evening, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified whenever I post brand new content. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about devising an allergy action plan and what to do in an emergency allergic reaction situation. So this topic has been requested a few times, so I definitely wanted to make this video and share with you my own allergy action plan, which will hopefully help you devise yours too. So the very first thing on your action plan should be to know your symptoms and trust yourself. So what I mean by this is making sure that you are aware of what your symptoms are when you are having a severe allergic reaction and to trust what your body is telling you. So for me, I know that my symptoms are swelling of the lips and tightening of the throat, and that happens very, very quickly after I consume one of my allergens. So I am aware of when I need to act. I have definitely been in situations where I've been eating somewhere and I've started to experience, the milder allergic reaction symptoms to begin with, and I've doubted myself and thought, maybe I'm just being paranoid, and I haven't acted as quickly as I should have. And on all of those occasions, I was actually having an allergic reaction, whether it be mild or severe. So always trust what your body is telling you and don't doubt yourself and think that you're just being paranoid. When you are having an allergic reaction, there's not a lot of time to play with. So if you think you're having an allergic reaction, you probably are. So the second thing on my action plan is to make sure that the people who are around you at the time know that you are having an allergic reaction. I've definitely been in situations where I've been having an allergic reaction and I've tried to hide it from other people, but this is definitely the wrong thing to do. You need to make sure that people are aware so that they can help you if they need to. Even if you're in a restaurant on your own, for example, you should definitely let the restaurant staff know. It's dangerous to be experiencing this on your own without letting anybody else know. So don't make that mistake and make sure that people are aware of what you're going through. So the third thing on my allergy action plan is to make sure that I then follow the medical procedures that I have gone through previously with my doctors. So for me personally, I know that as soon as I start experiencing allergic symptoms, I take some antihistamines and then I wait a little while, and if my condition is getting worse, then it's time for me to use my adrenaline pens. But I'm aware that for every person this is different, so make sure that you know your personal allergy action plan. So make sure that you know exactly what to do when you have an allergic reaction and what you should be doing in that situation. If you are an adrenaline carrier, so you're carrying like an EpiPen or an Emerade or a Jext or whichever brand it is that you use, don't be afraid to use it. If you are in a situation where you're having an allergic reaction and you don't know what to do and it's not getting better, definitely use your adrenaline pen. If you administer it correctly, it is not going to harm you, so if you are in doubt, definitely use it. If you've never used your adrenaline before, I just want to reassure you and tell you that it doesn't really hurt that much and it's not as scary as you think it'll be. There's definitely been many times in my past where I've had quite a bad allergic reaction and I've hesitated to use my adrenaline when I really should have. But now that I've used it, I'm not as afraid, and you definitely shouldn't be either. It's really not as scary and painful as you think it will be. I've made some instructional videos on how to use an Emerade, a Jext and an EpiPen. I'll link those in the description so that you get an idea of how to use those. And I'd also definitely consider ordering a trainer pen of your type of adrenaline so that you can practice using it, which means that you are as prepared as you can possibly be. I'll put those links for the trainer pens in the description too. So number 4 on the allergy action plan is, once you have used your adrenaline auto-injector, make sure to ring an ambulance and say that you are suffering from anaphylaxis. Whenever I have called an ambulance in the UK, because I am experiencing this, they have arrived very, very quickly. I think it's quite high on their priority list, so make sure that you say that you are suffering from anaphylaxis. Whilst you're waiting for the ambulance, in terms of the position that you should be in, it's recommended to lie down with your feet raised. Or if you are having extreme difficulty breathing, which a lot of people will do in an anaphylactic reaction, it's recommended that you stay seated and upright. And make sure that you stay in that position whilst you're waiting for the ambulance. Don't get up and walk around. So number 6 on the allergy action plan is, if after 5 to 15 minutes you still aren't feeling better after the first adrenaline pen, you can then use your second one. And it's advised sometimes that you use it in the other leg to which you used your first one in. And remember, you can also do this through clothing, so you don't need to take anything off. So number 7 on the allergy action plan is that once you arrive at hospital after the ambulance has taken you, make sure that at some point in your stay you mention that you need to have your adrenaline pens re-prescribed. They can sometimes do this for you at the hospital itself, so it's definitely worth mentioning and asking. If they can't do it for you at the hospital, then make sure to book an appointment ASAP with your doctor and get them re-prescribed. You do not want to be without this life-saving medication. Even if you've still got one remaining, it's important to always be carrying 2. And then finally, number 8 in the allergy action plan is to make sure that you give yourself time to recover. Having an allergic reaction is very, very exhausting physically and mentally. Don't rush back to work if you're not ready. Don't rush back to school if you're not ready. You will feel tired for several days. Also, whenever I've had a severe allergic reaction, it's really shaken my confidence and affected me mentally as well. But one thing I'd like to say is don't let it affect your confidence and don't let it get you down. It's so much easier said than done. I completely know that. But don't let it affect your confidence too much. It definitely will do for a few days. But remember that you aren't the only one going through this, and that there are people out there that understand too. It can feel super, super isolating when you have an allergic reaction, and whilst you're recovering too. But remember that there are so many people going through this alongside you. If you're ever feeling down after having an allergic reaction or feeling worried about things, then definitely, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment. You can also send me a direct message on all my social pages at Allergic Chick. So that's it for my tips on what to do when you're experiencing an allergic reaction and how to devise an allergy action plan. So just to summarise, number 1 is know your symptoms and trust yourself. Number 2 is to make sure that the people that are around you are aware that you're going through an allergic reaction and don't suffer in silence. Number 3 is to make sure that you take your medication as advised by your doctor and follow your own medical action plan for this. Number 4 is that if you have used your adrenaline auto-injector, make sure to call an ambulance and say that you are suffering from anaphylaxis. Number 5 is to make sure that you are in the correct position whilst you're waiting for an ambulance. So that could be lying down or sitting up if you are having trouble breathing. Number 6 is that if there is no improvement after 5 to 15 minutes, use your second auto-adrenaline injector. Number 7 is to make sure that you get your auto-injector re-prescribed. And number 8 is to make sure that you give your body and your mind time to recover and not be too hard on yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this has given you an idea of how to devise your allergy action plan and what to do if you are experiencing an allergic reaction or if someone around you is experiencing an allergic reaction. I found some printout allergy action plans online, so I put some good ones in the description below if you're interested. This is particularly good if you've got an allergic child in a school. And if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit subscribe and like, and leave a comment too if you have any requests or suggestions for any future videos. Thanks again for watching and stay safe.